I'm worried that this video will get me banned. You will never hear this name in schools. Not because it's a secret, but because it is too horrific to teach. Thomas Thistlewood wasn't a king or a general. He was a British slave owner in Jamaica in the 18th century. And for 37 years, he wrote everything down. Every rape, every torture, every mutilation in detail. His diary is one of the most disturbing documents in British history. Thistlewood started as an overseer, a middleman of brutality. He later bought his own land, enslaved dozens of people, and never returned to England. But what makes Thistlewood different isn't what he did, it's that he wrote it all down. In his diary, Thistlewood recorded 3,800 instances of rape. And it wasn't hidden, it wasn't ashamed, it was documented. On January 26, 1752, he wrote, "Gave Pebea a good cut whipped, then gave her a good dose of salts." Pebea was an enslaved concubine. She had no way to refuse. Their so-called relationship is cited by some historians, but it is rape over decades. And then there were the punishments. On May 26, 1756, he wrote, "Darby catched eating canes, had him well flogged and pickled, then made Hector shit in his mouth." He called it Darby's dose, and afterwards he had the man gagged for hours. This wasn't instances of rage, this was just policy. He had salt rubbed into people's wounds, he had ears nailed to post, and he burnt people with hot wax. And all of this was to maintain control over people harvesting sugar for British profits. Thistlewood was never punished. He was never shamed. He was considered successful. He died in 1786, wealthy, respected, and positively spoken about by other plantation owners. He was a monster, and there is no doubt about it. But he also was not an exception. And this is where we need to be careful. A lot of people want Thistlewood to be an outlier, an outcast, but he simply wasn't. But historians like Vincent Brown and Trevor Bernard warn us. What Thistlewood did, the system allowed and encouraged and required. And the horror really isn't that he existed, it's that he thrived.